Hello, and welcome to Alchemy Yoga's 30 Days of Hope campaign. My name is Natalia Hafner, and I feel very honored to have been asked to join you guys today and to lead you through a very special practice that's dear to my heart. So, happy solstice. Today is the winter solstice, which essentially just means that it's the longest night of the year. So our daytime is the shortest, but it also means that we are welcoming back the light. I love to live in rhythm with nature as much as I can, and to do that on days like the solstices and equinoxes, I like to practice ceremony. Ceremony really, to me, cultivates a deep connection with the inner self. And even though we can't physically gather for tea today, also cultivates a deeper connection with the community as well. So even though we're all in our own homes or other spaces, we are all collectively gathering and can feel each other's energy today. So if you haven't got your favorite tea or brewed a mug or a cup or even a bowl like I have today, you can pause the video and go do that for yourself. So you can just make yourself a plain cup of tea bag, however you want to do it. You can do loose leaf if you have loose leaf. Today I'm going to be drinking a nice aged oolong tea that is really lovely. I usually reserve it strictly for ceremony. So I'm excited to dive into that today. So I'm just going to put a few leaves in the bowl. It's pretty large, so it's good for bowl tea. So just putting in a few into my bowl. So once you've made your cup of tea, just take a comfortable seat. Find a place that you can put your cup in front of you. And just for these first few moments, just take a moment to get yourself comfortable. And then just look. Just look at your cup of tea. Taking a moment to notice the physical features of it. Notice the color of whatever cup it's in, the color of the water, the tea leaves. Notice the shape of the tea leaves or the tea bag. Slow down your breath. And then before you do anything else, closing your eyes for a moment here. Taking a moment to visualize. So you may be using tea from the tea plant or herbal tea. Either way, imagining the plant in its natural habitat, wherever that may have grown in the world. Just imagine that place. Even if you don't actually know, that's okay. Just imagine. Imagine the farmers tenderly taking care of those plants. The insects and birds and other animals in this habitat. And imagine the person, the physical human being that picked the plant with their care and attention. And you're going to visualize the journey that this plant took before it arrived in your cup. So just imagining from that person that carefully picked the plant, the process from there, the drying, maybe the rolling, the firing of the plant. Sometimes in tea they fire the leaves. And then imagine that plant. Once the tea has done drying and it's in its finished state, imagine it getting packaged. And all the hands that it's passed through that process. And then imagine it being packed onto a vehicle, taken to an airport perhaps, being flown to you, to wherever you live. And then once again getting unpacked into another vehicle, and then the whole chain of the process, just imagining all the different people that have come in contact with the tea that's in front of you. This thread of connection from one tea bag or one tea leaf, the number of hands that it's passed to arrive here in this room in your cup. And just feeling a sense of gratitude for that process. You can blink your eyes open, once again taking in your tea. Has it changed color? Have the leaves changed shape? And then mindfully reaching for it and slowly picking up your cup to the level of your heart and pausing there. Noticing the sensation of the cup in your hand, the heat, the texture of whatever vessel you've chosen to hold your tea. And as your tea is being held at the level of the heart, just taking a moment to infuse your tea with the loving energy of your heart. And then you can slowly bring the bowl up and take a little sip. Noticing the sensation, the heat, the liquid, the flavor. Where do you notice the flavor? In your mouth, in your throat. And just continuing this with complete mindfulness with each sip, noticing what comes up. Observing each detail. Slowly continuing to drink your tea. Do you notice different flavors with each sip? your awareness to anchor in the simplicity of drinking your tea. And you can choose to remain finishing your cup, perhaps even refilling 2 or 3 more times and finishing 3 whole cups with this level of mindfulness. Anchoring yourself in this process of drinking your tea. When you're finished, just lowering your cup back down, relaxing your hands on your lap, and keeping your eyes closed for a moment, just relishing in the sensation. Just noticing that warmth from your lips, mouth, throat, all the way down into your belly. Breathing fully in and out for a few breaths. And then when you feel ready, blinking your eyes back open, bringing yourself back. I want to thank you for taking this time to have a little mini ceremony and tea meditation with me today on the winter solstice. I used to host tea ceremonies, and if you are interested in learning more about tea, you can always join me on my Instagram @withnatalia. And if you're looking at starting your own tea practice, my recommendation is to really simply find a bowl about this size, get some tea leaves, some larger ones, and start with a bowl tea practice. You can just put a few leaves into your bowl, hot water, and then every morning before you do anything else, just sit with 3 bowls in silence. And you may feel that this is a really great way to anchor yourself for the day, to get grounded, to start each day with a little bit of a tea ceremony. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.